Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers' Calvin Austin III reveals major difference in offense from last season. After a 3-0 start for the Pittsburgh Steelers, including another win from QB1 Justin Fields against the Los Angeles Chargers, there have still been some questions involving the offense. While it seems that the Steelers could be approaching more time for Fields amidst Russell Wilson's injury, wide receiver Calvin Austin III makes a claim of why the offense is different compared to last season. In an interview with Mike Florio of NBC Sports, he would ask Austin the same question of what changed between this season and the last. Austin would describe the unit composing with no panic in 2024 compared to last season even when they start fast or slow. "I would say it's really no panic with anything in any situation," Austin said. "Whether we start off slow or not, there's been no panic and I feel just like that's the biggest thing." Pittsburgh's offense has not been that dynamic this season through 3 games, as the most they have scored is 20 points, which was in last Sunday's win over the Chargers. On the other hand, the team has been playing exceptionally in terms of complementary football, which has been a staple under head coach Mike Tomlin. While it remains to be seen how the Steelers will play possibly without injured running backs Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, it won't stop the improved communication the team has. The same sentiments were echoed by Austin, who said that the no panic is mostly because of the improved understanding of the rest of the team. "It used to be a lot of looking around and searching, but I feel like now it's no panic," Austin said. "We got the answers. It's just about we go over, and we look at the iPad, clean up what we got to clean up. We talk about what plans we like next and we go out and we execute. It's simple, Another new aspect of the season is the offensive coordinator role, which was Matt Canada in 2023, as the Steelers have filled with former Atlanta Falcons head coach Arthur Smith in 2024. While Austin points to everybody as being the catalyst for change within Pittsburgh, but specifically mentions Smith as being the main factor that has contributed to the change he is seeing. "It's everybody, I would say, but definitely Coach Arthur Smith," Austin said. "He always comes in, checks in with us after each drive, what we like, what we don't like, what we've been seeing. The quarterbacks, Justin, Fields, Russ, Wilson, Kyle, Allen, they always do a good job of just communicating to us and talking to us, so that definitely goes a long way." Austin has been looking for some consistency this season in the offense, as so far in total, he has 3 catches for 108 yards to go along with 1 touchdown reception, averaging 18 yards per catch. Still, he has been one of many on the team to see the change between the Steelers, which looks to continue their winning ways. Pittsburgh looks to continue their hot start to the season at 3-0 when they face the Indianapolis Colts next Sunday, likely under quarterback Justin Fields. 3-time All-Pro WR might be appealing fit for Steelers insider. The Pittsburgh Steelers are off to a fast start to begin the 2024 regular season. But they have left something to be desired from a passing standpoint. For that reason, ESPN's Dan Graziano suggested 3-time first-team All-Pro DeAndre Hopkins could be a trade target for the Steelers before the NFL trade deadline. On September 25, Graziano named Hopkins as one of 2 receivers who could become available in the coming weeks that could fit with the Steelers. "I expect them to continue to monitor the receiver trade market as the deadline approaches," Graziano wrote. Tennessee's DeAndre Hopkins and Jacksonville's Christian Kirk are 2 veterans who could conceivably become available and might be appealing to the Steelers if their teams continue to lose and fall out of the playoff race. Hopkins made first-team All-Pro 3 consecutive years, from 2017 to 19. He also made second-team All-Pro in 2015 and 2020. Through 3 games with the Tennessee Titans this season, Hopkins has posted 8 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. Pundits connected the Steelers to a lot of different wideouts during the offseason. Most notably, they nearly traded for 2023 second-team All-Pro Brandon Ayuk. In fact, Fox Sports' Jay Glazer reported an Ayak trade to the Steelers fell through at the 11th hour. So, the team was forced to enter the regular season with some of the worst wide receiver depth in the league. George Pickens is only receiver on Pittsburgh's roster who had at least 210 receiving yards last season. The Steelers, though, have managed to not just survive, but thrive the first 3 weeks with Pickens as their only significant outside threat. After 3 games, they are 12th in the NFL with 130.7 rushing yards per game. With 26 points allowed, the Steelers have also yielded the fewest points in the league. Pittsburgh's offense has scored 20 points only once this season, but the unit has exploded when it has needed to. Calvin Austin III hauled in a 55-yard touchdown during the fourth quarter in Week 3 against the Los Angeles Chargers. Those kinds of plays from Justin Fields are only going to encourage the Steelers to further pursue receivers who can help the team's passing attack. The Steelers have been very happy with Justin Fields' performance at quarterback, including the way he has executed the game plans and been able to take on more and more as the weeks have gone on, Graziano wrote. They believe their young group is learning how to win, and Fields looks like the starter for the foreseeable future. They're also very happy with the way their young offensive line is performing, particularly rookie center Zach Frazier. Where the Steelers' offense is probably still a little short is at wide receiver. Entering Week 4, the Steelers are ranked 29th in passing yards. Regardless of who they add at receiver, the Steelers aren't likely to change their philosophy. 5 potential landing spots for Bryce Young to resurrect his NFL career. If Panthers quarterback Bryce Young is to resurrect his NFL career, it most likely won't be in Carolina. Panthers head coach Dave Canales benched him in Week 3, and Carolina's offense came to life with veteran Andy Dalton at quarterback. However, after only 18 NFL starts, it's far too early for the rest of the league to give up on the number 1 overall pick of the 2023 NFL Draft. Here are 5 places Young should want to go to revive his career. Young, 5'10", has drawn comparisons to Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray due to their diminutive builds. Studying under the former number 1 overall pick and learning to negate his height disadvantage could reshape Young's career trajectory. Murray, also 5'10", was the front-runner for the 2021 MVP award before Arizona faded down the stretch that season, and he has gotten off to an excellent start in 2024. In the Cardinals' first 3 games, Murray is 59 of 86, 68.6%, for 635 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception. Young wouldn't have many opportunities to play with the Chargers unless quarterback Justin Herbert's ankle injury lingers. But the experience of being coached by Jim Harbaugh, who has won everywhere he's gone, might be just as valuable. Harbaugh helped retired former 49ers quarterback Alex Smith reach his full potential as the number 1 pick of the 2005 NFL Draft. In 54 games before Harbaugh was hired as 49ers head coach in 2011, Smith completed 57.1% of his passes for 9,399 yards, 6.2 yards per attempt, 51 touchdowns, and 53 interceptions. In 2 seasons under Harbaugh, 26 games, Smith completed 64.3% of his attempts for 4,881 yards, 7.4 yards per attempt, 30 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. The Dolphins have arguably the biggest need for a quarterback depending on what happens with Tua Tagovailoa, who suffered his 3rd concussion since 2022 in Week 2 against the Bills. Young wouldn't have to worry about a lack of talent in Miami, where he'd play alongside wideouts Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and running backs Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert and Jalen Wright. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel has coaxed the best seasons out of Tagovailoa's career after a mediocre start. While he wasn't nearly as bad as Young out of the gate, Tagovailoa's marked improvement under McDaniel makes the Dolphins a better fit for Young than most other locations. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Bryce Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.